What's good, y'all? If you tapped in, you already know who I am. If not, my name is Caleb Jarrell. Never be too emotional. As men, we have so many examples around us, whether it be from different athletes that we know about or family members that got caught up in being too emotional. You know, whether they caught their girl cheating, whether they caught themselves in, situations where they just made a split decision and it wasn't the best decision. And a lot of times we get caught up in these situations, or they get caught up in these situations, just because we're too emotionally invested in certain things. I feel like God will put us in certain situations and allow us to go through hardships, or sometimes allow us to see things for what they are so we can adjust and adapt. But we mess up because we're too invested emotionally. We don't know how to control our emotions, and we react off of our emotions. So there's been numerous times where we've heard of different athletes, or even me. I've had family members, and I have family members now that are locked up in jail for certain decisions that they made, and those emotions came out. They reacted off their emotions. They reacted in that moment based on how they feel. So there's nothing wrong with being in tune with your emotions. You're human. You're going to feel certain things. Things are going to hurt you. You're not going to like it when certain things happen. And that's being human. That's you being and having human emotions. But what you have to understand is when you go through life, there's going to be hardships, and there's going to be people that do you the worst way. There's going to be people that do you wrong. But in the midst of that, you have to learn and understand how to control your emotions. So boom, you catch your girl cheat. You go through another situation. You fall out with a business partner, or you find out somebody is just doing you the worst way. You find out somebody is doing you flaw. They're not treating you right. They're going against what the program is. Okay, boom. You feel it. You recognize it. You see it for what it is. All right. And you allow them to continue to do what they want to do. But what you have to do is decide, okay, am I going to allow them to continue and to be in my program and do as they please? Or am I going to remove myself and move on with my life? And I know we all have been in certain situations, whether it has been with women, been with other people, been with business partners, where you've had to make a decision to react on how we feel in the moment or to walk away. You gain so much respect, and you gain so much more in life when you learn how to walk away. You learn how to not put up with certain things and certain people. Why? Because you have standards, you have boundaries. There's things that you're not willing to put up with. And once you build these standards and boundaries for yourself, there's going to be people that you come across, they treat you as if you shouldn't have these boundaries, or you shouldn't have these standards, or if it's wrong for you to have these things. And it's because they want to control you. It's because they want to manipulate you. It's because they feel as if you should be doing what they want you to do. But you become different when you stand out and do things on your own. When you make up in your mind, I don't care what nobody else think, I'm still going to do what's best for my program. I'm not going to allow you to come in my program and feel as if you can do as you please. Because it doesn't work like that. You have standards, you have boundaries, you have order, you have structure. And the wrong people, they're going to try to reject that. They're going to try to reject that order. They're going to try to reject that structure. So when you catch them doing that, whether they're blatantly rejecting it or you catch them in the act of doing something, when you catch that, you don't react off of your emotion. You don't react based on how you feel in that moment. You may have to have the conversation. You may have to talk about it. You may get riled up a little bit. But what you can't do is get abusive. What you can't do is make a decision that's going to allow you to throw away your whole life. You have to understand that there's so much more to life. A lot of us are young. There's so much more in life for us. But we mess up by letting a woman control our emotions. We mess up by letting other people control our emotions. And we fall for the trap every time because they know and they observe and they understand where to push your buttons. They understand what buttons to push. So stop giving them buttons to push. They know it's going to cause you to react. So you have to understand and develop emotional intelligence. Develop and understand things where you can read what's going on, where you can see what's going on. You can read the room. It's the same thing just like basketball. You feel me? Just because you hit a crossover does not mean that you have to go the opposite way. It's different when you right in front of somebody's face after they hit a crossover because you're not falling for the games. You're not falling for the gimmicks. But what people want to do in life is hit you with the crossover, and it's funny to them based on the way you react. It's funny to them, or it's fun, or they get a kick out of the way that you react. So boom, they hit you with the crossover and yanked you all the way over there and land the ball up now. And guess what? The more that you fall for the crossover in life, the more that they're going to keep laying the ball up. There's going to be things and people that test your emotions. There's going to be people that try to make you do certain things. But when you know who you are as a man, you know what you stand on, what you believe in, and you understand your emotions and how to negate them or regulate them. Okay, boom, this happened. Let me remove myself and distance myself because I don't agree with that. That's not going to fly with my program. And let me do the things that I want to do in life. And let me deal with the people that I want to deal with in life. So you have to learn how to control your emotions in the midst of you dealing with messed up people. The midst of you finding out you was getting cheated on. The midst of you finding out your business partner was moving bad or moving wrong. Because these things happen in life. It's normal. These hardships come in life. But you have to take it and flip your perspective and recognize, okay, God is showing me exactly who these people are and the things that they're doing. So while this is in front of my face, let me take it, learn from it, and remove myself and distance myself and continue to improve my life. The more that you focus on improving your life, the better the environment and the things around you get. The better the women around you get. The better the money around you get. The better the business opportunities around you get. So our focus has to be on improving, not chasing these things, not putting up with certain things people are doing, because now you're on a mental string. They keeping your mental and your mindset on the string. But when you pull that string off of your mindset and you put a handle on your own mindset and you stop allowing people to toy with you, you stop allowing people to get the reactions that they want out of you, and you start to understand, okay, this is why they're doing that. Let me remove myself. Let me do what I need to do and stop putting up with this. That's when you start to understand. But you can't understand when you don't know. So know that in life, people are going to test you. People are going to try your emotions and try to play with your emotions. But guess what? Like I said, it's just like basketball. They understand that they have to try something different. Boom. You locking them up in man. All right, bet. They come back down. All right, boom. Now they trying to run the play. Dang. Y'all locking that down too, bet. Now let's try to get something in the short corner. Dang, they got that on locks too. Now it's even worse because now you understand and all right, bet. Now you build momentum on your own defense. So now instead of playing half court man, you picking up full court man, and now you in their head. You're not playing to their game. You playing to your own game. You playing to your own mindset in life. You have your own mindset in life. You have your own crib. You have your own car. So they can't hold these things against you. They can't put these things out there and manipulate you and use you, because you have your own mindset. You have your own life. You know how to control your own emotions, and you don't allow others to do that. You don't allow others to control you. You don't allow others to play and manipulate you. So when you understand that in life, dog, you gonna have it. You gonna have your life made. As long as you following God path, following the things that you need to do. Because now you're not living to impress others. Now you're not living to try to live up to the standard of others. And you're focusing on you, or you're focusing on controlling your mindset, keeping your mindset healthy. So stop letting people toy with your emotions. Stop letting people play and keep you on a string. Pull yourself out of it. No matter how hard it is, no matter how long the relationship has been, no matter how long the business partnership has gone. And be cool with sometimes starting over. Be cool with sometimes being alone. Be cool with pulling yourself together and saying, you know what? I'm going to move forward. I'm going to pick my head up and I'm going to keep going. I'm going to keep getting better. I'm going to keep improving in life. No matter who's with me or who's against me. But the people that are going to be with me are going to abide by the program that I believe in, if they want to be around. They're going to abide by living about certain things and being about certain things, having similar standards and principles, having a drive to be better in life and improve in life, wanting to invest in me and my program, so that way that energy can be returned and genuine and reciprocated. So that's the end of the video. Like, comment, subscribe on the way to 1,000 subs.